Hello, everyone. Buenos tardes, de Dios. Father Daniel here with your parish announcements. Feel like I'm doing a news show here, but let's dive right in. Happy New Year to all of you. I certainly hope you're all doing well. This new year, I know, brings a lot of hope, I think, for a good many of us, not only because we see 2020 to the door and remind it not to let it hit it on the way out, but also because I think we're hopeful in our faith. You know, celebrating the Christmas mystery, we know God is with us, and not only with us in our misery, but never ever just leaves us where we are. Or as the deacon's prayer when commingling the chalice and the water and wine says, by the mystery of this water and wine, may we come to share in the divinity of Christ, who humbled himself to share in our humanity. Christ becomes human to bring us up into his divine life. And so it's such a wonderful thing. We have hope, of course, with our God-given reason given to the scientists who are coming up with these vaccines. And I want you guys to know, as an update, by the way, I received mine the other night, thanks to Mr. Bill Patton and the amazing nurses, volunteers, doctors, and people at Holy Cross. Me and the other faith leaders of Taos were offered a vaccine from Pfizer. And other than a little bit of wooziness and the fact that I couldn't have a drink on Christmas Eve, and with just a little bit of soreness in the arm, I was fine. I was just fine. Of course, the Pfizer vaccine takes 2 doses, so I go back on the 21st to get the second. But I'll tell you, for someone who hates needles, it was the shot that I've looked to the most. So just so you know, friends, that was there. Also, on a note about that vaccine, I just want to say there were some concerns brought up by some concerned Catholics about the possibility of aborted baby cells being used in those lines. We want you to know that with the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine, the CDF, that is the ultimate authority on matters of faith and morals in our church, especially in matters of bioethics like this vaccine, have declared that they are safe. Okay, they are safe morally, and they seem to be safe according to our physiology. And so, again, I want you to know I received that first dose and I feel fine. And of course, given the consolation that ethically it's a good thing, and it's not using or disrespecting life, especially the most precious life of the womb. And so I want you to know that. That comes straight from Rome. And of course, the U.S. bishops and our own Archbishop Wester, of course, signed off on that to let us know. That's the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine are ethically okay, all right? They're free of any grave sort of problematic situations. And also, friends, I figure that there's a lot of hope in the air of what God has in store and how he's going to keep us, kept us going, and now maybe opens up new horizons. First in the news, of course, for us, adult confirmation was a dud. I don't know what happened. We received 0 applications, and I was supposed to start my first class in a few minutes, but that is not happening. So we know that we made a lot of applications. They're out there somewhere floating in space, but nobody turned them in or even called with a question about the application. That's okay. That's what happens. People are busy or going through many things. The good news is we'll offer another one of those classes in the early summer. Usually our seminarian teaches that. And so look out for me. By that point, I'm sure we'll be open, and we will be, announcing that week after week after week after week. Okay, so plenty of opportunities. Again, that is for individuals who are over the age of 18, out of high school, and still need to be confirmed. They receive baptism, first communion, first confession, but no confirmation. So if that's you, your time will come, okay? Just not this month, unfortunately, because we didn't get any of those back. Also, friends, mass intentions. In both making and praying mass intentions. With making mass intentions, again, I want to just re-echo, it's in this weekend's bulletin. You can still make mass intentions, and you can even do so remotely. So first of all, the easiest way, you write down your preferred dates. We'll do the best we can to accommodate, of course. It's first come, first serve. You write down the intentions. You attach the donation, which is, if you can do it, it's $10 per intention, okay, per the mass. and you're allowed three names, okay? People who are deceased, you want to pray for the repose of their souls. You want to pray for health and well-being, things like this, or just special intentions. And so you can still make those by mail, by mailing us the envelope. You can also bring it in person to the drop box on the front of the office doors. Or you can call the parish office and arrange a time to come in and do that quickly, okay? And I only say quickly, not because you're being rushed, but only because we don't want to spend a lot of time together and possibly exposing ourselves. So we're being safe about it, and we're doing our best with that. So know that that can still be done. As far as praying Mass intentions, know that each intention you offer, when I celebrate the sacrifice of the Mass, I say I because I'm the only priest here that can say Mass. So the thing is that when you offer those, none of them are wasted, okay? I say Mass and honor every single intention. However, one thing that the Archbishop has done that I'm very grateful for is he allows us to do more than the three intentions for one Mass. So you'll notice today for the Epiphany, when I upload that and you who offered them, I read off a slew of intentions. That usually would not be allowed by the law, but a bishop is able to dispense that fact, dispense that rule, which means just relax it for a little while so that we can add the intentions. And so I'm not saying a bunch of Masses with no one there, except the saints and the angels, of course. So know that all of your intentions are honored and respected, and none of them are wasted, okay? Very important you know that. And you can still make them by mail, by phone, or to the drop box. Friends, great news in terms of two gracious donors who I know wish to go anonymous, very gracious, have put a designated donation. That's when we don't put it in the main operating fund, which, though important, cannot be used for special projects necessarily, okay? They made a designated donation under my discretion, and I decided to use that money, part of it, to get, of course, this laptop that I'm using for the YouTube Live, but also to finally put internet in the church. I'm so excited about this. The internet, thanks to Kit Carson, by the way, for giving us a residential sort of fee, recognizing that we're partners in the community. They're not charging us what they would charge a business. They recognize we're a nonprofit and that we are a partner in the community helping others. So they're giving us the residential fee. The nice folks at Electric Sheep will come in and put in all the hardware that's needed to boost the signal and get it all over for the church first and foremost, for the offices, and even for the rectory. And so it'll be nice to have reliable internet, okay? And we can do so much more with that. I have a consultation this week to finalize the quote and the plans, and hopefully within a few weeks, 2-3 weeks perhaps, we'll have internet, reliable internet. That makes me so happy, especially in a pandemic, but always as far as uploading all these videos, doing live stuff. Some things will still, of course, be recorded, but what a wonderful gift, you know? And so to those donors, know that you are definitely being prayed for, and I'm just so grateful. Of course, along with that, friends, while that's moving right along, I also promised that this week I would take time to discern what we are doing in terms of reopening church, okay? And right now, the cases were going lower. But now, approaching the 2 weeks after Christmas, they're going higher and higher again. And that concerns me, friends. That concerns me because it's the thing about it is that it makes it more dangerous, you see? It makes it more dangerous, and that's not a good thing. I don't like to see that. Nevertheless, this week I will be consulting with the Pastoral Council, the Finance Council. I'll be talking it over with the staff. I'll be praying about it. I certainly would love to hear your input if you want to voice your opinion. I know many of you have already supported in me staying closed this long, though it seems extreme at times or it's hard at times. You recognize it's for good, extreme reason. And so just bear with me on this, okay? But hopefully by next Saturday, definitely by next Saturday, I'll tell you whether we're planning on opening, in which case we will at least give a week buffer time so that all the lay ministers who help me with Mass can have time, so the people volunteering to clean can have time and know who's to be expected when, and all those housekeeping is done. If not, and I decide not to at this time, then I will give another date, okay, definitely before Lent, when we will look at reopening. And that's the thing. We have to, there's no need to rush these things, friends. That's the thing. I mean, it would seem like, yes, of course it's important. I know it's important. I miss singing with you. I miss praying with you. I miss seeing you. But I'd like to be able to see you again. Just this morning, unfortunately, I had to do a burial for someone who died of COVID. You know, I don't like burying parishioners, especially way before they should have gone. That does not make me happy. So I'm taking it seriously. I want you to know that. And that's the sole reason I'm doing this. So let's hang in there, okay, with that. But know that by next Saturday or next Saturday when we do our little announcements, I will give you the answer and you'll be able to know when we're reopening, if I decide to, or when I will reconsider, okay? I think that's fair. So pray for that. And please do your part. Let's get this county green and let's move this right along, okay? We can do this safely. And so, but we need to have a safer context, and I don't want to expose anyone. That goes with the rest of your life, of course. Of course, it's one thing to be safe at Mass. We got to be safe everywhere. So do your best and know that that is a sign of love for your neighbor. A great thing to do, especially as a Christian. Finally, friends, I just want to thank you for your monumental support. This is what it means to let our light shine in the darkness. This is what it means to embrace being a people of faith in a hard time. You're doing it. You're reaching out to me beyond just the niceness for Christmas, beyond all of it. I feel the warmth. I feel the love. I feel that we are united in the Spirit by our baptism and that you are really taking everything so seriously. You're praying with your families. You're finding new ways of doing it. I mean, it's a sad, hard time, but in other ways, because God is who he is, amazing as he is creating a new springtime in the church where we're understanding just how deep our faith runs and how creative we can be and the tools we're given in order to embrace that faith fully. We will get back to it, but we're going to do it safely and we're going to do it united. And so thank you for all you're doing. Know that I love you, and I extend to all of you my fatherly blessing in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Friends, just so you know, this, of course, will be viewable later for anyone else. And not only that, but we're also going to upload the Mass. There will be no uploaded Sabbath reflections this weekend because that, after all, is just my homily and because I'm a little behind on schedule in order to upload it in time. And so just know that the homily counts as that reflection. They're usually the same anyway. So I hope you enjoy this beautiful Mass and you get to see a special guest on camera who's here to assist me and who will just, I think, always be beloved by our parish for the great time and effort he's given us. And so we'll pray for him. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Take care.